Hi, I'm Désirée.
And I'm Sharon.
And this is the Other What podcast.
Tomato, I'm sorry.
Sharon is eating into the episode, everybody. I want you all to know that.
Oh my God, you don't want me to pass out. I have to eat something.
My goodness. She's chewing.
Hi, Désirée, I missed you.
Eating my It definitely sounds like a euphemism, Andrew. Absolutely.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
chewing my tomato. We can
Chewing
make it. Can we get that on our next t-shirts? Chewing my tomato, the Other What podcast. I love it. Okay, that's our next one. Hello, everyone out in YouTube or wherever you're listening to us. Thank you for watching. We've gotten really good feedback on the videos. People seem to really like that. So thank you all for your support. Today we are doing an episode about coming out in our 40s. And we have the honor, the privilege, and the joy of welcoming a good friend of mine and my family's and an amazing woman. Ladies and gentlemen, Erinn, thank you. Welcome to our podcast.
Erinn, thank you for coming. We're so excited.
That was so sweet, Des.
Oh, don't tell anybody.
I won't.
I'm telling you. Okay. So Erinn and I have known each other since the 90s, early 90s. I probably was in like the 8th grade and she would have been in the 6th grade. So
wow. You guys have known each other for a while.
We're talking braces and bad fashion choices.
That is amazing.
Yes. So Erinn is actually best friends with one of my sisters, my sister Elizabeth. And Erinn has been so honest and just, communicating to me this new journey she's on. And I'm so happy you're here to share this because people need to hear these stories and it tells them they're not alone, that, somebody else is going through something similar. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you please introduce yourself to everyone on all of our listeners, and you tell us about you and, your coming out journey, and we'll just take it from there.
Okay. Well, thank you both ladies for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm kind of a super fan, so love the podcast. Love the podcast.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. So I guess the thing to know about me to kind of understand me, I grew up in a really religious family in the Deep South. My grandfather was a United Methodist minister. My dad was a PK, preacher's kid. My aunts and uncles, some of them are ministers, some of them are married to ministers. So deeply religious family with high expectations. So I don't think I ever really thought about what I wanted. It was always what was expected, right?
Mm.
So I had all the check boxes to do what was expected. And, I moved to Pittsburgh, I went to nursing school, and then I got married. What I was expected to do. I had 2 kids, everything was beautiful, and then one day it wasn't. I literally woke up and was just miserable. The best way I could describe it is it felt like I was drowning in a sea, that I was treading water and at any minute I was going to go under and never come back up.
Was it something that did something like happen?
No.
Or you literally just woke up?
I literally just one day woke up in darkness. And I had always been a really cheery person, and I just could not find my happiness. And there was a lot going on. Like I was in a toxic work environment. I threw myself into being a mom, so
Mhm.
completely neglected my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations. It all became about my kids. Um, and my marriage was horrible. But I didn't
Mhm.
realize that until I literally remember sitting in the dining room table and just bawling. And
Mm.
my ex, who was my husband at the time, walked in, and I was just like, I don't know what's wrong. But like the night before, I had, whenever I'm upset, I can't sleep. And
Mhm.
I had taken to Unison. Like I was taking it every night just to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And the one night, like more than the one pills fell out. And I was like, you know what? Like, if I took these, I would just sleep and just be peace. It'd be
Yeah.
peaceful. And I had
Yeah.
never been that low. So it kind of jolted me like, this is crazy. So like the next day, I don't know, sitting at the table, it just all came pouring out. And my ex said to me, I don't know what's going on with you, but our family can't run with you like this. So you need to figure it out. So
Mm.
it
Ooh.
wasn't a holding me, comforting me. It was just like,
Ugh.
I don't know what to
Mm.
do with this.
Yeah, like confrontational. It was like,
Yeah. While he was on his
ugh,
phone.
Selfish. It was selfish of him.
While he was on his
selfish.
phone.
Yes.
And the funny thing was, the month before, his brother had had like a nervous breakdown and had to be hospitalized. And he dropped
Mm.
everything,
Mm.
and ran to him.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, I need counseling. So
Mhm.
found a therapist and just realized essentially she was like, you have no boundaries. You've allowed everyone to run amok. She was like, you don't even know who you are anymore. Like, so basically we need to start establishing boundaries.
Mhm.
And that's when you start establishing boundaries, people start showing their true colors, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
long story short, realized my husband had been having an affair. Like all of these things
Oh,
started coming out. And we tried
shit.
counseling, but we're
Punch
sitting
him in his
there.
face.
Yeah, we're sitting there and he's not even engaging. Like the therapist is like, she's going to leave you. And
Mhm.
you either need to wake up and fight for this or you need to let it go. But what you're doing now, isn't going to work. And then it was like right at that point was when COVID happened. So we kind of paused everything because, we were dealing with that. And coming out of COVID, I realized he was still talking to the female that he had cut off.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I essentially
What
got
a
through his phone and found out like all of these things that intuitively I knew, but I was being
Mhm.
gaslit were true. Like he had two relationships, he was giving all of our money away. Like it was bananas.
My
So
goodness.
I
Oh
like
my
he came
gosh.
in, I was like, pack your shit, I'm leaving, like, um, filed for divorce. And
Mhm.
Sharon, you just got divorced and it's a process. My advice to
oh,
anyone that's getting
yes.
married, find out what the laws are in your state because it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's insane.
It's insane. Yep.
Like if he had contested the divorce, I would have had to wait a full year before I could even file.
That's
And
so
my
nuts.
lawyer, my lawyer's like, do whatever he wants just to get out so that you can move on.
Mhm. Yeah. So, first of all, some of this is stuff that I'm hearing for the first time, and thank you for your bravery of telling your story. Like the Unison one, like I felt my eyes starting to water because I've felt that feeling before too. And thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that. That's very brave to share that.
Yeah. I think we've all been in
Yeah.
those places. You've hit a low, and then when you can pull yourself back up,
Yeah.
wow.
You're
That is some
invincible.
fucking strength,
Yeah.
woman. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I hope I got him
So,
first.
oh yeah, I hear
Yeah.
that, but you did. Okay, keep on with the story. I'm like, I'm in this. I'm like, this asshole
Yeah.
finally divorcing this fucking asshole, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And it was,
and then what?
I even post had to deal with a lot of guilt because as a mom,
Mm.
even though it wasn't my fault, I still felt like because I left, everything they were dealing with was my fault. Right.
Mhm.
So post leaving was kind of, I went into survival mode because I had to get a new house, the kids, we moved to I moved back to the north side where most of my family was. So it was a new school district. kind of like getting the kids on a back on a schedule, this new co-parenting thing, finishing the divorce, it's still a
Mhm.
process of separating everything.
Yes.
And then it was funny because I started receiving pressure from everyone that I wasn't healing fast enough. And it's like, why aren't you dating? Why aren't you doing these things? And I'm like,
What?
I'm just trying to survive.
Right,
I'm just
right.
trying to get out of bed in the morning
People.
at this point. Like, that's it.
Aaron, by the way, who are these people? They should not be pushing you to do anything that's not on your
And
timeline,
I mean,
Yeah.
girl. Like, that's not fair.
honestly, I think it came from a place of love, just like they knew what I left wasn't that great. So I think they thought I couldn't get over him, but it had
Mm,
Mm,
nothing to do with him. Like, that wasn't the issue
mm.
at all. I mean,
yeah.
clearly because I'm gay, but that wasn't the issue.
Uh, you don't say. Hmm. You don't
Hmm.
say.
Well, um,
So so when in this process or before this all came to fruition, when did it click for you that maybe my tastes are different?
so I'm one of those women that had no clue. Like I said, I
Okay.
never thought about my wants or desires, and being gay was not. My family was homophobic. They thought it was a sin. It just wasn't an option. Like,
Mhm.
so I never consciously knew I was gay. It
Mhm.
wasn't until I entered the dating field again that I'm like, something's off. Like, I
Mm.
kept romanticizing these men and trying to like make these connections, and it just was awkward. I was miserable, and I thought I was just broken. I was just like, he just broke something in me because I've always been a romantic and I
Mhm.
lost that. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just broken. And I ended up running into an old nursing classmate. And she was like, "Hey, I go to Philly for work." She was like, which everyone says, she's like, "It's Pittsburgh. It's you're trying to
Yeah.
date in Pittsburgh. That's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the problem. It's Pittsburgh."
Absolutely.
So I'm like, valid point, but people are getting married here, and I'm not. So like, it's got to be more than just Pittsburgh. And she was like, "You know
Yeah.
what? I go to Philly. I think you like the vibe. I always meet these cute businessmen." She had a boyfriend. She's like, "I can't do anything with it. I'll be your wing woman." So I'm like, cool. So we go up to Philly, and where her hotel is, it's in city center, which is like in the middle of the neighborhood.
Okay.
And like,
Mhm.
I didn't even know that was a thing. And I remember they had these cute little rainbow signs on like the street signs. And I don't know if it's always that way because we came up for like it wasn't Pride because it was in July, but they were having some sort of queer festival. And
Mm.
even the streets had like rainbows painted on them. But I remember walking out into this, it was like a block party, and we were going to dinner. And as we're walking through, I was just like, "Oh my God, this vibe. This is my tribe. These are my people." And like my voice is like, "Bitch, you're straight. What are you even talking about?" Like, so, but she's seeing me like dancing with people and like, "Girl, you look cute," doing all that. And she's like, every time I come, I've always want to they have all these fun queer events, but everyone's too conservative. So
Mm.
you seem like you're comfortable. Would you want to go? Hell
You seem
yes.
like you're comfortable.
Yes.
That'd be a good pickup line.
Is it? I'm
Put that
always
in
in
your
need of
book,
a good
Desiree.
pickup line.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Yep. Jot that one down.
Thank you.
We'll
I
practice it
used
when
your
you come
eyeliner
here.
one, so
Yeah.
I did use that one. So
Oh, wait, I want to hear the eyeliner one. What's the eyeliner one?
you remember she was saying that? Oh, was that on the podcast, or did you just tell me
Yeah.
that?
No, I think I talked about it on the podcast about
You,
complimenting people on random shit.
yeah,
Oh,
that's how she talks to
that
women.
eyeliner one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The one I'll probably never use because you pick up people in the bathroom. Oh, yeah.
I
I
mean,
can't
it
do that.
happens. Erinn, how did it work out for you?
I got a kiss. I think.
There we
Oh,
go.
Desiree. See,
Results.
you're a good coach. You know how to do this. I
Yeah.
hear
Thank you.
that.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right.
We're getting off topic. Okay,
Okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah. Off
Erinn.
topic. Okay. Okay.
So I don't need help getting off topic. So so I was like, "Well, what have you always wanted to go to?" And she shows me this event, and we're looking at it, and it looked like a gay male review show. So I was like, "All right, cool, let's do it." So I don't remember what day. It wasn't the first night, but the one night we go in, and as I walk in, I'm like, this don't feel like the vibe. Like, it was like a stage. There was a guy that was dressed like a, what is the thing that's half horse, half man, like a centurion?
Centaur?
Centaur?
There you go.
Weird.
And he
Oh
was
my
like doing
God.
caricatures. Like, I remember the
Okay.
bathrooms were like wide open, and I'm like, what is this? So as I'm like trying to figure out what's happening, the best way I can describe it is this Amazonian goddess walks out on stage. Like,
Yes.
she's 5'11" and 6 inch stripper heels. She's got lingerie, this pink wig, and your girl's gone. I'm gone. Just gone. I'm like,
Aaron's like, what heaven have I stepped
Literally,
into?
the angel with like the backlit and like everything just
I'm
stops
telling
for
you,
you,
like,
right?
everything came
Yeah.
to a grinding halt. I started feeling like this warm sensation and tingling, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, am I turned on? Like,
Whoa.
Yeah. Like senses are
Whoa.
like, hello.
what is happening? So she does her like little thing, and I'm like, I'm literally having a panic attack. Like, I'm having a whole meltdown in my head. Like, what the fuck? How, like, why am I this turned on? And I convinced myself the issue was she's just gorgeous. Like, sweetie, she's gorgeous. Anyone
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
So she introduces the women of the show. They start walking out, and they're all in like a white tee with black G string. And where she was this goddess, they were average Joes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking flabby, fat asses, like
You
cellulite,
fat
like
or flat asses?
both, both,
Oh,
both. Everyone had
yikes.
different body types, but it was
Wow.
nothing
Wow.
that you never see it in a magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still turned on. It hasn't stopped.
Mm.
Like, I'm
Mm.
still like, okay, I feel like I'm on fire. Like, I'm like, is it
Whoa.
hot? Is it just is it just me? And where they all had me kind of in a trance, the last woman walks out, and she's kind of separated from everybody else, and she had this like velvet cloak with a hood. Her head's down, it goes all the way to the floor. It's like crushed red velvet, and it had like openings that I could see bondage like in between the
Mm-mm.
openings.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say, it was literally just me and her in that room, and I remember thinking, like, if she grabbed my hand right now, I would gladly go wherever she led and did whatever she wanted.
Oh.
So
Wow.
the show starts, and the rules were you couldn't touch them, but if they approach you, it was fine. So
Mm-hmm.
at one point, I'm on the stage, I'm stapling money to this one girl, like, I am all in this show. The one girl steps off stage, approaches me, she sticks out her leg, and I don't even know what it was. Honey, I don't know. She poured it on her thigh, and she like looks at me like, hey. So I get on my knees, I have her ass in my hands, and I'm just licking the shit out of her thigh. At this point,
Holy
with the crowd
shit.
going wild,
This is
and
beautiful.
I hear my name, which brings me back to reality. And I remember, bitch, you're not by yourself. Your friend's here. So I look at her, and gay panic set in because I'm like, oh shit, they know. They know. So I was like, I think I might be gay. And she, she was like, "Oh, honey, it's okay. You're not." No, she was like, My brother had made us cookies, like edible cookies,
Mm-hmm.
and we had split one after dinner. And she was like, "I think it's the cookie. You're
It's
fine."
edible.
Oh
That
my
shit made
God. I love that they're trying to like talk you out of
I
it.
know,
Like,
I know. But I'm like, I knew it wasn't the cookie because it had kicked in. But
Right.
I was like, yes, it's the cookie. You're right. It's the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my like that was the moment that I was like, okay, what's happening? So on the way home, I'm still like I'm on dating apps, and I get this ping. It's this guy. He looks a little different. Come to find out he was transgender female to male.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I didn't care, which
Mm-hmm.
was huge for me. Huge. So I'm like, what is happening? So get back home, settle back into real life. But now, like, as women are walking by, I'm like turning my head, watching them go. I'm
yes.
like, all these, like, all these things are happening. My body's doing things it's never done before. So I'm like, but I'm still committed. Like, babe, we're straight, right? So I'm still going on dates, but now the men are getting way more feminine. They're
Mm-hmm.
long hair. They're like, the one
Ah.
date I literally asked the guy, I was like, are you bi? And he's like, oh girl, no, I'm straight. I'm like, are you? But are you?
Mm,
Are you?
show me the
But,
receipts.
but I still was like, all right, let's do it. Like,
Oh my
so
goodness.
so your sister,
Mm-hmm.
I call her and I'm just like, I didn't tell her about the women, but I was just like, there's these feminine guys, like, I don't know what's happening. And she was like, look, you haven't had sex since the divorce. You need to rip the band-aid off. She's like, just get a guy, rip off the band-aid, right?
Is this typical? Is this typical
Oh
sister?
God.
Like,
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Absolutely.
okay,
100%.
gotcha. Okay,
100%
Yes.
okay,
my Beth.
got it. Rip off the
Yeah.
band-aid.
Rip
Just
off
do
the
it.
Yeah.
band-aid. Just find
Okay.
a guy, rip off the band-aid. So cool. Find said guy, rip off band-aid. Worst experience of my life.
Oh
Like,
no.
Oh
when
no.
I say worst,
Oh.
like I can't even, it would, this is a whole other podcast, just that one day. Like I literally poured after I escorted him out my house, I poured wine and I called Beth and my cousin on three-way and was like, if I
You're like,
didn't have a complex
Yeah.
before, I got one now. I didn't.
Oh my
Oh
God.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
We now have a real problem.
Right. Oh my God. Well, let's take a little break and we'll come back and we can pick up on that story, but there are some other things we definitely want to talk about as well. We'll be right back.
Okay, guys, we're back. Oof, Erinn. I am I think I'm still thinking about honey. And thighs and honey. And oh
Yes,
my God.
we all are.
I think I'm gonna dream about that tonight, just to be honest. It was an amazing story.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely
So
relive that moment over and over again.
Oh my
oh
God,
my
that is
God, I
hot.
bet. Hot. Like total fire.
Yeah.
So okay, so you've had these experiences, you know you're gay. So the next thing is to come out, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like who did you come out to first? How did you do it? And like
Well,
what was going through your head?
initially I came out to, I have a cousin who's gay. So for Thanksgiving, when I went, we spent time with him and his family. They live in Memphis. So I kind of reached out to him. And then
Mm-hmm.
because how unique my situation was at this point, I didn't realize there was such a thing as a late in lifer. There were two women that I knew. One woman who had always dated men, and I knew she had someone, like her uncle was gay, but when she got divorced, she ended up with a woman and they got married. Like I just saw that on my timeline. And there was someone that when I was in college was extremely homophobic and had a sister who was gay and gave her like the hardest time. And then she started hanging out with this softball player.
Damn softball
No
players.
God
stereotypes
damn.
there. But I remember her roommate was so concerned. She was like, "What do you think's happened?" And I was like, "Oh, they're fucking. Like, that's what's going on behind that closed door. Like,
Right.
Nice. Okay.
that's what's happening." And so I
Let's
kind of
get it
reached out to her
on.
about like, how did you do this? Because I'm like, my cousin's advice was open your dating app, and I'm like, well, how do I date women? I don't know how to do this. So I just kind of reached out to them, like, what were their struggles? Did they have any advice? Um, so when I changed my dating app to women, initially it was women and men, and then
Mm-hmm.
I finally got rid of the men and it was just women. But my brother is a DJ here in Pittsburgh and kind of a local celebrity. And when I went to that scissor party, I ended up on their page. Like
The scissor,
Oh,
is that what the party?
There's a
Wait,
thing called a scissor party?
wait, yeah. Back
do
up.
you
Yeah,
Is
remember
that where you were
the
licking
flyer?
honey?
It was like SCR, and you're like, oh, that's really cute. You don't remember
But
that?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know that was the party you were licking honey off of people.
No, this is different. No, this was post.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was like, I would have come to Pittsburgh for that.
Where's the scissor party? Is it in Pittsburgh or Philly? Where is
it's in
it?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
As in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I did see.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're back in
okay.
Pittsburgh
We're
now.
back in
This is all
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
happening
And
in
this is
Pittsburgh.
I'm assuming scissor meaning ladies party.
Yes.
Scissoring ladies
Well, and
party.
it was
Yes. Okay.
specifically for queer Black women or women of color, queer women of color.
Okay.
Yes.
We can't be
Wait,
serious. I'm sorry.
is this
Oh,
our
you got
handshake next
scissors
time I see
now?
you?
Remember, I told you the tattoo.
Scissors. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my
Erinn
God.
is the gayest
Erinn.
person now.
Oh
I
my
don't have any
God.
lesbian tattoos. I got to get my shit together.
You have
Maybe
to.
I mean, I
you're,
got all this, but
But
nothing that
you're
nobody
indicates
waiting
I'm
for
knows.
gay.
rejected.
I literally
This-
just bought a shirt
the
that says,
plight
I
of
just
the
look
femme.
straight.
The
That
plight
just
of the
looks straight.
femmes.
I just look
I-
straight because no one knows I'm gay. Nobody knows.
Yeah. I had a sticker on my 2001 Jetta that said "too cute to be straight" in rainbow, and I went home to visit my parents, and my mother at the time, well, she's still my mother, but at the time was not happy with me being gay. She took that shit off of my car.
She
She ripped it off of my bumper, and I was like, "Mommy, did you take the sticker?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "Who else is out here ripping stickers off of cars?"
Sharon. Ooh,
Yeah.
she was oh,
She
she did
wasn't
not
okay.
like that sticker.
This
She
is
did
not-
not. This is
dad.
not about me.
And
My dad,
okay.
my
Right.
dad has been
Yeah.
that's bless his heart. He's trying. He's trying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
at least
so how
he's
did it
trying
go?
now. Yeah. Early
Yeah,
on
how did it
into
go
your
with your
gaydom.
parents? You were saying that they were super religious. You came from like a really religious family. How did you come out to them?
So when I ended up on that website, I'm like, I have to tell people because someone's gonna see Pittsburgh small, you know. So
Mm.
I told my dad first. And it was just so I'm talking on the phone with him and I was looking for my medicinal card and couldn't find it. And I talk out loud. So I'm like, where's my card? I can't find my card. Where's my card? And he's like, what card? And I'm like, immediately you go back to being a little kid. And I'm like, I was like, do you want to know or you want me to lie to you?
Right.
And he was like, no, like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, I have a, medical marijuana card. And he's like, what? He's like, when'd you start doing that? He was just like, you're always against it. And I'm like, dude, it is literally the only thing that stops the voices. So I'm 100% on board. So then he's like, well, what else don't I know about you?
Oh,
You're like,
Dad.
I
I
said,
have
Dad,
a list I've been keeping.
that's a loaded question that I don't know if you're ready for the answer. I said, if you want to have this conversation, we can have it, but you might want to sit. And so he was like, what is going on? So at that point, I had gone out on a few dates with someone who identified as non-binary. So, and I really liked them. So I was just like, hey, I'm dating this person. And I was like, they identify as non-binary. And he was like, is she one of them them people? And yeah, Dad. Yeah, yeah, she is.
At least
are.
you knew. At least you knew what
That's
they them was.
impressive.
That's cool.
He
Go,
did.
Dad.
He
You know.
I was
You
like,
know.
yeah, that they are. And he was like, so like, did you just meet them or like, how does this even happen? And I said, well, you put your dating site to date women and that's what happened. I was like, I put it to women and non-binary and they fell, you matched.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, so this was on purpose? Like, he's like, wait.
That's amazing.
I was like, yeah, like, so he like, there's like a moment of silence and he's like, so, okay, well, he asked the most inappropriate question. He's like, well, do you know what's in between their legs? Dad.
Oh my God. The fact that your dad even said that is amazing.
Oh
Wait,
my
so
God. I
Can
love
we
it.
rewind? Your dad is a minister, yeah?
No,
Like,
my
No.
dad, his dad was a minister, but my father
Oh,
has
okay,
always
okay.
been like a youth leader. Like he was always in leadership positions in the church.
Okay.
But
Okay. So religious, super
He's
religious.
religious, not so much anymore, which is where we struggle
my God, what
because
is
he
between their
stepped away
legs?
from the church maybe like 15 years ago. But he
Okay.
still holds these like really outdated views. So
Mhm.
we argue about stuff all the time. But I was like, well, Dad, you can't ask that. Like, that's not appropriate to ask. But I said they had top surgery, so I'm assuming that's what's in between. Like, they didn't tell me they had bottom surgery, so I'm assuming they
Right.
still. And he's like, well, how do you feel about that? I'm like, we're dating, so it's not a problem, and
Right.
technically it's a requirement, so I'm
Right.
good. I'm good.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh my God. He's like, I need to pray for you. He was like, but I can't just pray for you. He's like, I need to get pronate. Like, I need to get. I was like, that's closer to hell, Dad, not heaven. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, what do you mean? He was
Wait,
just
what is
like, he's just
pronate?
so discombobulated. But
Hold on,
at
Aaron.
huh?
We said pronate?
Yeah. Is that what he said?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Like on his
only
belly. He was like, I gotta get on my belly, like on the ground
Oh. When
and
I heard
pray.
that, I thought of like when you're testing out for running shoes and your ankles do
I don't know.
something.
What is it? Maybe. Look,
I
I
think
mix
it's
up my words.
prostrate,
No,
prostrate.
I don't
Not,
know.
Prostate.
I don't know.
You got to check your prostates, ladies.
Oh my God. Okay,
God.
Erinn,
Okay.
let
Sorry.
me ask you a
Okay. Go
question.
ahead, Aaron.
Your dad's super religious, your family's really religious. Do you think that there were any other things like from like racially, like being Black, that also influenced the way that
Yeah, like
they reacted when you came out?
yeah, like so the thing that I always try to understand is not only did my family grow up in the South, my grandfather, when I said he was a minister, he also they did like desegregated white churches. My aunts and
Hmm.
uncles were desegregating schools. Sometimes they were the first in the school. Even my dad had like an accident when he was younger and essentially almost died because they wouldn't take him into the hospital.
Mm.
So the thing I have to remember is the people who raised us, it was paramount that you presented in a way for true safety. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just what people would think. Like you could be killed
Yeah.
if you didn't present a certain way. So I grew up really hard. Like I mean, it's abuse. Like we were beat. Like we joke all the time. My dad had a Buffalo Bill. It had like Buffalo Bill coins on it, belt, and we always like we
Ooh.
tell
Oh, yeah. I remember
me
those
and my
belts.
siblings are trauma bonded,
Oh.
Yeah.
but that's what they knew. That's how you showed love.
Yeah.
If you didn't present a certain way in the world, it was very dangerous. So
Right.
I try to keep that in the back of my mind. But at the same time, it also bothers me when one marginalized group impedes on the rights of another marginalized group because you know what it is for someone to take your rights away. So that's
Hmm.
always my argument is how do you say it's a sin or it's a choice or all these things, and say that people don't deserve to be married? Because that's kind of the argument him and I are having right now is which he did. He said, I love you, I accept you, but the condition is if you marry a woman, I'm not showing up at your wedding.
He's just
Oh.
going to miss out on a good time. That's going to be his loss because
It
we're going to
It is.
is
have a
lost.
good time.
It
And
is.
maybe he'll come around. He's saying that now, right,
Yeah.
Erinn? I mean,
That's
I
the
mean,
who
hope. But
knows?
it took my mom like from 1997, July of 97 when I came out until September of 2014 to be
mm,
like, long as she's pretty, I just want you to be happy. So you got some
They
time. You
Yeah,
got some
they're
time.
coming. The parents coming out
Yeah.
stories. I mean, maybe we got to find a parent that'll actually have. Maybe your mom will come on the podcast, Desiree. But
She's
like,
so
I think
shy. She might
there
not.
is like a coming out story for your parents, and they're gonna go. Theirs is a lot longer
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But I think that's really true, Erinn, to go back to your safety thing, because Desiree and I talked about that in one of our last episodes, right? Like there is a safety thing about being a
Mm-hmm.
person of color, especially in the South. And then you're queer on top of it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, right?
yeah.
So you're like, nobody knows I'm gay. That's actually kind of a good thing. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason I grew my hair out for the last 10 years
Mm-hmm.
because I could be in the working world and nobody knew I was gay and it was never the first thing they saw, right?
Yeah.
Totally get it. Now I'm presenting mask. I can't freaking hide that I'm fucking gay at this point, you know?
You got a whole
Right,
new
Désirée? Like, we
wardrobe and
can't.
everything.
I know,
Yeah.
totally new words or everything. And so, but I totally get it. And I think that's a really good thing to think about
Yeah.
with like where your parents came from, especially parents like immigrant families as well as families that grew up in the South. Like there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Okay, so we're gonna take another break. And the next segment, I'm so excited about. This is the one I'm so excited about with Erinn. We're going to talk about advice Erinn has for women who are coming out late in life. And there's a whole like term that I never knew that she taught me at the beginning of this. And then also advice for women who are dating or going to date women who are coming out late in life. And I think that's something that a lot of you out there could really relate to, because there's a lot of us out there, right, who might be dating ladies coming out late. So we'll be back right after this.
They're all definitely in the air of all-inclusive resorts.
I think you're Erinn. The Lilies is like ladies of luxury. Really, it's like late in life.
That's Amelia and I say that
too.
all the time. We are ladies of luxury.
I love
That's
it.
what Désirée says, and that's why I'm trying to like figure out the Lilies and the ladies of luxury, somehow like putting them together.
Well, ladies of luxury would be LOL.
I know, but I'm like the Lilies and the lols just doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, all right, Désirée, do you want to kick off this one, or you want me to do it?
I can kick it off.
Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about again?
We're doing the advice. This is the advice segment.
Oh, yeah.
This is our last 15. Yeah.
Oh man, we still got. There's so many things I wanted to ask that I haven't gotten to. Okay, advice.
Well, we can. You know, what we could do a lightning round. Do you want to do a lightning round at the end or something like that?
I mean, I've got
with
fun
Erinn?
questions.
You've got what?
Okay.
Fun questions.
Do you want to do like a 10-minute or 8-minute advice, and then the rest of it we can do fun questions?
Yeah, because my advice really short.
Yeah.
I feel like I can combine the two actually.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Advice on. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed. Like,
I mean, because we could
so.
even break this into 2 episodes if we need to.
We could.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Erinn, I feel like the advice thing would be really good. I think people like you had so many good things to say before. I kind of don't want you to cut that short, to be honest.
I had to take notes.
I think it's so good.
Yes.
Hey now.
Erinn has been getting a lot of uncooked meat.
I kind of like the uncooked meat. I can't help it.
I like my meat medium rare.
I think that is the problem. I
yeah.
Is it too much uncooked meat in Pittsburgh? Is that why?
It's all uncooked meat in Pittsburgh.
It's all uncooked meat.
I mean, but I just recently discovered the pocket of like queer Black women. So hopefully like, in the next few months, I can kind of like I've started building my community, making friends. But it just feels like even when you go to these events, everyone's coupled up. So it's hard to, even with that.
It's hard.
It's the age too. It's, you know, when you're over 40, it's hard to meet other single women or women without kids. It's like damn near impossible.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Okay.
All right. So what advice on dating and what was the other part?
Advice on like coming out, people who have like women who are coming out late in life. Advice for women who are going to be who are dating women who are late in life, and then maybe advice being a single woman in her 40s and figuring all this stuff out. That would be great. Those 3.
Don't do it. Like
do it. And then Désirée has fun questions. There'll be 4 things.
And the fun questions are anything, or all of us can answer.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Okay, set that up like that, Désirée. I like that. That's awesome. That'll be fun.
I really don't like the look you're giving when you say this, Des.
Did we have a dance break too? Anyways,
we always are dancing. Do you need to refresh your wine?
Yeah, do you need more wine, Erinn? Do you need more wine?
No, I'm good. Any more wine, it's going to get ugly. I'm good.
Andrew, you were going to say something. Andrew?
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Do you want to do like the fun questions as shorts? Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
that'd be fun.
Okay. So maybe we'll just do we'll see where the advice portion goes, and then we can always pause, take a break, and then like do the fun questions, Desiree. And then we
Okay.
can see about either putting them into this or doing them as shorts and putting them on Instagram. I think that's a great idea,
Yeah.
or on YouTube. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Andrew can just chop it up however he thinks. I
Yeah.
just trust
Yeah.
trust
Okay.
him.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, let's do it.
Ooh, this
Wait,
whiskey's
and
got me
you
sweating.
guys didn't ask me
Ah!
about my first experience. We skipped
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna get to that first because
She's
that's
getting to there.
yeah.
I think we might just get there. Yeah, we'll get there.
It's coming now. I just wanted to get the stuff that Sharon wanted me to also
Put it
ask.
away.
Yes, I just wanted to write it down so that I don't forget. But I don't forget the first experience. Okay, Andrew, I'm ready. Okay.
Is this still recording? Oh yeah, there's recording.
Yeah, we're always recording.
Okay.
Action. Okay, and we're back.
Stop making me laugh.
We're back.
Oh shit.
Oh, we're sitting here with our lovely guest, Erinn. We have talked about coming out. We have talked about realizations. Now, let's get into some juicy stuff. Let me get a little closer to this mic. Erinn,
Yes, please.
tell us about a first date, a first time. Tell us about your life. Thank you.
So I'll tell you about my first time. So I ended up matching with this woman. So the other thing that happens that I've noticed a big thing now is this E&M and poly lifestyle. So ethically non-monogamous people who are like opening up their marriages, and I kept dating for like to try to find a relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't working. So I was like, look, because I get emotional very easy and attached. So I was like, maybe if my first time is with someone who I know I can't get attached to because they're already attached, that might be a better experience for me. Because I keep hearing about like people just falling head over heels with their first time and getting their heart broken. So
It happens. Yeah.
I was like, let's avoid that. So let's avoid all of that. So I ended up on a date with this woman who was like really very sophisticated. She I don't want to give too much information, but she worked in our cultural district and was one of the directors there. So I remember we ended up at this really fancy restaurant, and I don't know why I have this thing about fancy restaurants. They make me really uncomfortable. So like I'm sitting there and I'm just like really uncomfortable until like she sat down and we started talking, and it just was this really easy vibe. So as we're talking, she's essentially like explaining what she was interested in. It was like either just me and her, or it could be me, her, and her husband. I'm like, no, 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 keep your husband. You have him. I don't know.
The hand. Wait, okay, Erinn,
Yeah.
can I interrupt? I am having my brain is going to you having dinner with like a Bet Porter.
Yeah.
Is that what she looked like?
So, well, she's
She white.
yeah, she was white.
Oh,
She was.
she was white. Was she a white Bet Porter?
Do you know who Bet Porter is?
Elwood, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
It's
What,
a fair
Desiree?
question.
You just said that she's the gayest gay ever. How could she not know
It's
what
a
L
fair
word was?
question.
Look,
Okay. Okay.
I am still learning. I feel like I read this somewhere and I'm like, that is me. I feel like I'm trying to sit at the table with the cool kids, but I still learning the lingo and the euphemism. So sometimes I get it, sometimes I have to Google it, but
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
All
But
right.
you
up.
know who Bet
I
Porter is,
appreciate
which
your
so we're
honesty.
good. So
Yes.
me in my mind's eye, I'm
He
imagining
was
Erinn at this.
a young Bet Porter.
Oh, hot like Flashdance Bet Porter.
No,
Oh,
not that young.
Oh,
Sharon, not that
in the
young.
middle.
Wait, how
In the
She's
old
middle.
is
not at
she?
a
She's still really
fancy
hot.
restaurant with leg
She's still
warmers
hot.
on
She's
and a
in her,
chair
she's
with
in her
water.
30s. She's in her
She's
30s,
not
but
like
she
she's
had,
not like this.
even though she's in her,
You know, that's what I was thinking was going
I
to happen.
know.
I'm
I know.
having, oh my God, I have so many
You're
like
confusing
premonitions of
like
what's
the
happening right now.
honey story, and you're like, it's
My
gonna
brain
be
is just,
something
going
it's
back to the
amazing.
honey. She's
it's
going
just
back to
going,
the
it's
honey.
going a mile a minute. Okay. All right. Let's get back on. Okay. I'm back on track. Now I have a very good image. Thank you, Erinn. I appreciate that.
You're
Okay.
very welcome. Yes, I
Okay.
mean, her dress just
Ooh.
on point.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking, and she's like essentially explaining how it works because it's a whole process. And if it was something I'd be interested in, like basically it was just a sexual relationship. If it works out great,
Mm-hmm.
we can keep it going. You can invite my husband. She, as
Little
we keep
friends with
talking,
benefits.
she also has an
Yes.
OnlyFans. So it was also, she was like, there's opportunity if you want to do that. No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's on
Ooh.
my list, but that's another episode.
I am not that bold. Nope, not there yet.
I like an audience.
Yeah. Though I did have an incident where my blinds were open, like my sliding glass curtains, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a whole thing. But
Oops.
Oh.
the person I was with,
Oops.
the person
You
I
know,
was
at least
with,
you
I
didn't.
could tell she wasn't comfortable. So like I closed it and she was like, "Thank you." I was like, but it was working for me.
Yeah. All right. Back to your story. I distracted you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You did. I told you. Squirrel.
I
I
know.
was like, it
Yeah.
doesn't take much.
Okay, blinds. I'm
Oh, so
remembering
we're on the
blinds
date.
now.
Sharon has gotten from this episode is honey on
Honey,
thighs and
You
blinds.
Look at how much I'm rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
I think like my brain is about to explode. I don't even know where this is going, and I'm like on the edge of my seat. Oh my God. Okay. All right, Erinn.
Okay.
Continue,
so
please.
she was, as she's talking, it also turns out that she's into like BDSM. Like she essentially has like this sex dungeon. And she was like, if you're interested, we can do that. If not, it's cool. So I was like, okay. And I lied. I totally lied because I told her I'd had an experience before, but no, she was my first. But I was like, because she was like, what's your experience? I was like, well, there was this one other girl. It wasn't.
Erin's like, I'm an old pro, baby.
Hey,
I'm
you
an
know what? You
old
got to fake it
pro.
till you make it, girl. I
That's
am so
right.
proud of you. That was
That's
kind of
right.
fucking awesome.
If
Totally
you can
good.
believe it, you can achieve it.
Yes. Okay, wait,
I
Erinn.
literally made up this whole scenario that did not happen. I just threw it out there, and
That's
I couldn't
amazing.
do too much because I don't want your expectations too high because we don't know what's gonna happen. But I
Fair.
remember, so as we're having dinner and everything, we realize like it's a good vibe, and like so we essentially like, okay, this works. Let's get together. So it's St. Patrick's Day. It was actually St. Patrick's Day. It was my first time.
Good time.
She gave me her address. I go to her house, and I I didn't want to come empty handed. And I told you she's really sophisticated. So I'm like, I can't bring wine because first of all, I'm not spending this much on you. I don't know you. Two,
I love that. Yes.
I don't know you.
Rule number one, do not spend that much money on them if you don't know them at all.
There's a limit, and I'm a very cheap wine drinker, so I'm like, I don't even know what would be a good wine for someone with a sophisticated palate. So
you call me for that.
yeah, but then I knew it was gonna cost. I'm like, it's gonna cost, and no, we're not doing that. So I was
I'm
thinking,
with
like,
Erinn. I'm with Erinn.
flowers is cliche. So what do you get a person? And then I remembered we talked about our toys, and she didn't have a bullet, and that's my
Gotta
favorite
have a
toy.
bullet.
So I bought her a bullet. That was my gift to her.
Every time she uses it, she thinks about you. I guarantee it.
You know it. You know it, Erinn.
Yes, she should. So, so I show up with my little bullet, and it's so funny because she lives like in this rich, like suburbia. It was so crazy. I'm like, I wonder if your neighbors know you have a sex dungeon. Like, I'm just
They probably all
Whoa.
have sex dungeons over
Can
there.
we fast forward to the sex dungeon part? Did you do the did you have your first time in a sex dungeon? Please tell me.
No,
Yes.
I did not because
Oh,
they were
but I'm so excited
working.
for you anyways.
They were working. Apparently, they had people in the house doing repairs, and they didn't want them to stumble on the sex dungeon. So
Mm.
it's essentially just their basement, but they put everything. I did get to go see it. And they had it like behind this like curtain. So, but
Mm.
everything happened on her couch, and literally she had all of her. I'm like, where were these toys? Like, she's bringing out all kind of like things. I'm
Yeah.
like, ma'am, do you just have
On
this
your
in
first
living
time? On your first time, you
Yes.
had like tons of toys.
I used to carry a book bag with my
Wow.
shit.
Oh, that's right. Your
Sex book
your
bag.
trunk. You'd like
Yeah.
open your trunk. I remember that. Yes.
You're welcome, ladies.
Like,
I mean, like, I didn't know what to expect. But like I walk in and she has like this, it's not even a robe, it's like a shawl. And when she moves, there's like nothing under. I'm like, we're just jumping in. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, let's jump in.
So she made me a drink and we ended up on the couch and she pulled out some stuff to try and
okay, so Erinn, your first time with a woman.
mhm.
What were you like?
So I have to make you funny part. So I took a little bite of a gummy because I was like, I was
Ease the
nervous,
nerves.
really
Yeah.
nervous, and I was like, just a little, just to like take the edge off. And once we got started, like I just was in it, which is so different because usually I had to be very disconnected from what was happening to enjoy it. And this time I was fully present and aware, and my hands went numb, like and I'm like,
Have they happened before when you did a gummy?
no. So I was like,
Wow.
what level of nervous did I get that I was
Oh my God, did you do hot dog fingers like in everything everywhere all
Oh
at
my
once?
God.
No.
I literally was thinking about that scene when you said that. That is where my mind went.
Your hands went
I am trying to hide the fact that I am a virgin. So no, I did not. No.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, I'm not feeling anything. So I'm like,
Oh my
I hope
God.
this is working out.
This
And
is
it's
working
so
out for you,
funny.
ma'am.
So this might be too much information, but one of the people that I came out to, they made a statement that stuck in my head and kind of became a complex because they were like, I can't wait to get face to face with the vagina because you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. And this whole phase is going to be over.
What?
Wait, what? That's
They were like,
ridiculous.
it's all fun and games until
So wait, so what
Have they-
happened when you
Yeah,
got face
okay.
to face with the vagina, Erinn? What happened?
I loved it. I went.
Erinn texted me, yep,
Like, give me
I'm
more.
gay.
Give me more.
That said, I said,
Yeah.
well, if this is the test, I guess I passed because
Yeah.
I'm all in this. Like,
She was texting Sharon. She said, yep, I'm gay.
I did text you. I did.
I know, sister.
Oh my
I
God.
know that
I mean,
feeling.
it's like that is
Yeah.
the lesbian test. If you can stand to be in
Yeah.
the vajayjay for that long, you are so lesbian.
If that
Yeah.
was the test, if that was like, okay, this is it, my final confirmation was the next time the girl was actually at the end of her cycle. And I have smell sensitivity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
was just like, okay, first of all, I don't want to be rude because she didn't tell me ahead of time. And I'm like, okay, we're here now. There's tampon. What are we doing? I
Yeah.
just moved the string, and it's funny because at one point
Yeah.
this smell hit me, and I remember like gagging, and I was like, okay, I can't. If I keep doing this, it's gonna be bad. And then I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I can breathe through my mouth, like, and then I don't.
You learn a
Amazing.
bunch of shit about yourself in those
Erinn.
situations.
Dude, lesbian 101. Put
Yeah.
that in the freaking
Yes.
handbook. That's what you
Yes.
got to do. Because you know
Yes.
what? We don't talk about having sex when we're menstruating.
And
Nobody
that
talks
is
about
like
that
a
shit.
time when you're like super aroused.
So horny.
I want
You're
sex
so horny.
and red meat. I
Red
gotta
meat.
have a steak and sex. That
Not.
I do. Like, yes, that's my
No,
period recommendations.
Desiree, I always know Desiree is going to be on her when I'm like, let's go get a burger. Yeah, let's get a burger. We're going to get a burger. We know we're on our periods. We go
Yes,
get burgers
yeah.
together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know about the red meat, ladies. I don't know.
I
Oh
gotta have
my
a
God,
steak.
Erinn. I love that story. I love that story.
I
It's a
love
good
when she
one.
told me, but just my favorite part was, yep,
Yep.
Oh
I'm
my God, I
gay.
love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Yep, I'm gay. Okay, so
Oh my gosh.
wanna, can we go into the advice section, Desiree, really quick?
Go for it.
Do
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Erinn, late in life lesbians, what kind of advice do you have for women who are coming out? Or maybe even not out
So
yet?
I feel like if you are still in the closet, one thing that kind of helped me, because of my upbringing, I have a very, my nervous system is set to fight or flight at all times. So it's really
Mm.
overreactive. And when I'm not actually in danger, my body still reacts as if I am. And I think one of the things that helped me is to kind of assess like what has you in the closet. Like, are you truly not safe? Like if you
Mm-hmm.
so like for example,
Mm,
for me with my divorce, when it first popped in my mind, I was still working weekends. I had no savings. I'm like, if I leave now, I'm screwed. So I built up, I got a different job. Like I took the steps as if I was preparing for the divorce, even before it became a reality.
Mm-hmm.
So assess why you're not safe and take steps to be safe. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think we, how my therapist kind of put it is our nervous system is still using old data, and we're not the children that we were before. Like we're adults. If my entire family system abandons me, my bills are still getting paid. Like no
Yeah.
one's suffering. And so you're truly safe to come out. It's You're safe. And I think my biggest advice is to find queer community, however you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
amen.
that that was paramount. Because there were times I was processing stuff on dates. Like I can't be doing this. Like you can't be on a date with a girl and I'm processing my queerness. Like
Nothing
You need
says
your
I'm new
family.
to
You need your,
this like
yeah.
therapy on a date.
I need somebody to help me or
Uh,
get me out of this if they become serial killers or
yeah.
something, right? Like, yes.
Erinn always shares her location when she goes on
I do.
dates.
I
That's
do.
awesome. That's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
We have a friend who actually has one of those Apple watches, and she went on a date and she sent everybody her location, right? But then the date went really well. And she also sends her, like, when she does physical activity to everybody. And so when she was done with the physical activity at like 3 in the morning, I sent
No.
it out on the Apple Watch. What were you doing at 3 o'clock in
Oh
the
my
morning?
gosh.
Woo!
That's great. That reminds me of a story. One time when I was masturbating, my watch went into driving do not disturb mode. I was like, my watch is like, you're getting some. Finally, you're doing something. We are going to make sure you are undisturbed. You are
Do
driving.
not disturb.
It's
Do
Do
the
not.
not
focus. It's
disturb.
focused. Focus. Focus. The watch was focused. Oh my God, our watches know too much. Okay, sorry. Tangent.
Okay.
Total tangent. Okay,
Yeah.
that's amazing advice. So, Erinn, and then the term that you were using when we were talking on break what was the term you were using for late in
Lily.
life? Lilies.
Lilies. So
Wow.
late in life lesbians. Lilies.
Wow. And
So
so, like, can
what
you,
age group
yeah.
does that start at? What's considered
For,
late in life?
for me, it seems to be 30 and up. But like I told you, there was the podcast of 20-year-olds that considered themselves late in life.
Mm,
That to me is bonkers.
yeah.
That's
I
not
think
late in
that's
life,
Yeah.
insanity.
ladies.
But
That ain't late in life. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
typically the thing that seems to be is like late 30s, and up. And we all seem to have like been married with kids,
Mm,
like, and it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of like this, like I guess it would be like what we think with men in middle age crisis where they go get Ferraris, we go
hmm
get vaginas. Like
Get
I don't
lesbian. Get lesbian girlfriend.
Can we have that in the future? Midlife crisis. They all get Ferraris. We
Right.
get
We
vaginas.
get vaginas.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's
Amazing. Okay.
hilarious.
So Erinn, what advice would you give to women who would be dating
Mm,
lilies? I guess can I call that, is that the
yes.
right
Yeah.
terminology? Lilies. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
before I say that, the one thing I'll say to anyone that's struggling or just coming out, give yourself grace. Like you have to give
Yes.
yourself grace.
Mm,
It is a
yes.
struggle. And we feel like at this age we should have it all together. It's okay to switch gears. It's okay to say, you know what, that was a mistake. I'm going to go in this direction. It's okay. It's okay to explore your feelings. Don't pigeonhole yourself because there's almost this thing, even when I was dating, where people want to put a label on you, and
Mm-hmm.
if you don't
Mm,
fit it just right, they don't consider you gay. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so you're queer is
so
whatever you
bullshit.
define it to be, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Amen.
It's okay. It's okay to go do the crazy things, get the tattoos, all the pride flags, get excited. It's okay to go do
Mm-hmm.
all that and take your time and give yourself grace and have fun. Shit.
Yeah.
God,
Mhm.
we did the horrible marriages. Go have fun. It's fun.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
dating us, all caps. God, be patient. Be patient with us.
Oh.
We are trying. We're trying. We got a lot. We got a lot on our plate. We got kids. We got jobs. I'm going back to school. We got a lot. So
Yeah.
scheduling is an issue. You have to be, if you're someone that doesn't have kids and different things, like there are times like my co-parenting schedule, like this summer, there are 2 weeks I have my kids and they come first. So,
Mm-hmm.
and my whole thing is giving them stability. So I don't bring people around them until I know it's a solid thing, whether it's a solid
Mm,
friendship, whatever. My kids get
Mm-hmm.
attached. See, so respect our boundaries. Don't try to push us. Please don't push yourself into our kids' lives. Like, there's actually a girl that I'm dating right now that it's going left because of that.
Mm.
'Cause I'm one of those
oh.
people, it's Aquarius energy. Once we get the ick, it's hard to bring us back.
Mm-hmm.
And she like requested to come to my kid's softball game after I've already said no. Like I've already said like that's a separate, and not all women are like that. There's some women that will bring you around their kids immediately. That's, if that's what they do and you're game, cool. But if we're telling you that's our boundary, please respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, good
Another,
advice.
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
good. That's really good.
feedback would be nice. Like
What happened?
I feel like I said to me, feedback would be nice.
Feedback. Okay.
Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we could improve on. We're
Mm-hmm.
new, and honestly, we've been having sex with men and we've hated it, so we don't know. Some of us
Mm-hmm.
are still discovering our own bodies. Like one of the things when I was with the first girl, she was asking me what were my limits, and I'm like, I'm literally a blank slate. I don't know because there are things I hated, and I've now come to realize it's just because it was with men.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah,
You, you
So
hitting
it's a
people
whole
with
new
some
world just in
truths.
so many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
whole new world. So
Wow.
yeah, and I'm
Wow.
not pleased. I'm not saying this like I'm greatly experienced. I'm still on one hand, so I'm not. I don't want to misrepresent.
That is the
I'm not a
sweetest
Desiree
way to
by
say
any
it.
means.
Oh no, girl, don't worry.
Listen,
None of us are
nobody else is.
Desirees.
Just me.
I don't
Just
think I
me.
got past two hands, so you're fine.
I I'm on I need everybody's hands and others. Listen, I
Forget
believe in
what?
practice. I believe in
Forget.
practice.
Didn't you like? I feel like Desiree told me something, and I was like, no, I need you to give me advice, like for me. Like I can't do that. I can't do what you do. Like I can't. No, no.
You do have to take it with like Desiree's mojo. You're like, yeah, I'm not
I,
going to be able to
I
do
listen,
that. Like, I
I
can't pull
don't.
that off.
I don't
I
have big
am
dick
not
energy. I can't.
listen, you do, you
Yes.
do. You just have to believe it. Like I am not a unicorn. There are plenty of other women out there that
You are.
can pull off the same shit that I pull off. You got to believe it.
It's not
You
many.
got to believe it.
I'm telling you, it's not many.
Erinn, you got the look. You
Woo.
got the tattoos. You got your clavicle kind of
Girl,
showing. You got the
your hair,
haircut. Like
I fucking
you
love your
got it.
haircut.
You got the eyebrows.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yo,
So hot.
this child,
Put it to
Hot.
use.
the lady I
Hot.
went, she snatched me bald. My eyebrows are never this like thin.
You look,
Ma'am.
Erinn, you look good. You look so good. When you when you come down to Atlanta, holy shit, we're going to party.
Yeah, we are.
It's going to be a party.
Oh my gosh. This has been so much fun. hope you all don't mind. I have some fun questions to ask that all of us can answer. And can we get into these questions?
Yes. Oh my God. I
Okay.
love this. Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
I'm scared. Go ahead.
What is your favorite place to be kissed and to kiss on a woman? Mm-hmm. You have to think about this? Come on. That should be like.
I mean, you can't just say everywhere.
No.
Like that. Like
I
you
mean,
have to
you
be
can.
specific.
It's your answer.
For me, it's my groin. That's the place I like to be kissed. I don't
There you go.
even know where we're going next.
Yeah.
And
And a little thigh meat kiss.
honey on the thighs. Yes.
I'm never gonna live this down, am I? This is always
No. Every
No.
time I pull out that little honey bear, I'm gonna be like, Erinn.
All right. Okay. So where do you like to kiss, Erinn?
I like the neck. I don't
Neck.
know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sharon, what's
Mm.
your response?
I like to be kissed on the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I'm a lesbian. I just like, let me just go down to the vagina and I'll
Get
just be
right
kissing
to
down
it.
there all day long. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
That's what I want.
Okay.
That, I've been okay, I'm not going to go there. That's TMI.
Okay.
No, this is a safe, Sharon, this is safe space.
Right.
Andrew will block it out later.
I needed some of that wine that Erin's drinking, and then maybe I would do it.
All
Maybe
right.
when we do our global gay pride thing when she's in town, and we'll have her on again.
Don't think
and
I'll
then we'll go
forget.
from there.
Do not think I'll
She's
forget.
not gonna forget.
She's gonna hold it again. Yeah, totally.
All right. So
When I
my
see you, it's the
favorite.
first thing I'm gonna say.
So my favorite place to be kissed is on the nape of my neck. So like the back of my neck.
Really?
And then my favorite place to kiss is the right clavicle on a woman. The right side.
What's the clavicle?
What
What is the clavicle?
It's the bone.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, put that away. It's
But
too
why
sexy.
beautiful?
Put it away.
Why the right?
Beautiful.
I don't know. It's just super sexy
That's
to
just
me.
where
The
you
right
go?
side specifically, yes, is very.
You're right-handed. It's on the right.
No,
I don't
not
know.
even that. I'm more
Ah.
left-handed when it comes to that stuff.
Mm.
But that's a different podcast episode. Okay, next question.
I love this. Désirée, is this what you think about at work these days? Questions to ask us like this?
I mean, I think these are legitimate questions for any time of day. Okay. All right. So let's say we are all in relationships. Who is your hall pass? You name two people who would be your hall pass. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Sharon.
Okay. All right. And you're going to be so proud of me because one is a person of color. Padma Lakshmi.
Oh, yeah.
She has to bring a
Is she gonna
Hardee's
cook?
Carl's Jr. burger with her. No, she's got to bring a burger with her and she's
Okay.
going to like eat that burger.
Sharon's into some freaky shit.
Oh my, have you not seen her do that Carl's Jr. commercial?
Yes, I have.
Holy
I don't know who that
shit.
is.
Oh,
Hot.
she's
Padma Lakshmi, gorgeous.
Yeah, she has a whole
Gorgeous.
series about food and immigrant and people of color.
She's on Top Chef. Google
Yeah.
her. She's 50. She is gorgeous.
She's very
Gorgeous.
yummy looking.
Yummy, yummy. Okay,
Yeah.
so Padma Lakshmi is my first one.
Okay.
And then the second one, uncooked meat. Oh man, Kate Blanchett just gets me every time.
Kate could get it for me as well.
Look at that look. Look at Erin's face.
Erinn, have you not seen the movie Carol?
No, I haven't.
Okay, watch
Blanchett.
Carol
Okay.
and then call me afterwards.
And then we'll revisit.
Yeah.
We'll revisit this.
Yeah. Carol and Ocean's 8.
Oh, she's good in that.
Mm-hmm.
She's good in that. She looks good anytime.
She
She's
gives
just
off
yummy.
good big dick energy for a straight
what else
woman.
Is she in?
A bunch of other stuff, but those are the
Bunch of
better.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the blonde? Is that the
She's
one?
like the
bad with
skinny,
names.
blonde,
Wait,
tall.
Was she in oh my god, what was that? Oh,
You and my sister really are best friends because neither one of y'all can name people. Y'all don't know who
Literally, like,
sings what.
I am so bad. Hold on. I think I know who this is.
Okay, well, while you're thinking, my two people, Salma Hayek,
Oh, nice.
since
Yes.
1993.
Hot.
I don't care if we've been married for 50 years, 2 months, how many kids I have. If Salma Hayek ever says, Désirée, I would
It's
like
over.
to have sex with you, she didn't even have to get that much of the sentence out. I am there. I
Just
will
like jump.
I will pay to come to you, girl. I don't care. Salma Hayek is my number one. And I'm gonna go a little old school for me. Scary Spice. I love me some Mel B. Like, she was the reason I got my tongue pierced.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm with you
that
on
is
that.
a revelation, Desiree.
Yes. Thank you.
Revelation.
Yeah.
You got to
Thank
get
you.
with you got to get with your friends, girl. Got to get your friends first.
You know, and look, can we talk about that song, which has nothing to do with this podcast? But it always made me think of like, so I got hooked up with all your friends
your
in order to
friends?
date you. I mean,
Is
if
it
I
all
got
at
to.
once? Are we doing all at once? What's
What are-
happening?
What are the parameters
It
here?
was a total orgy song.
Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay, Erinn, who are your two people?
So mine is right now. I don't even know her name. I just know her Instagram handle. She's the Flip Chef. Can you see her? She's
Flip Chef. Oh my God, I gotta find her. Okay, we'll find her and we'll post her in the post her in the show notes.
She has a.
I don't know who that
God,
is.
she is everything.
Wait,
about
what's her handle? Is it at Flip Chef? What is it?
Well, let me see.
I'll get on Instagram and just,
I'm getting on Instagram right now. I want to see this
Oh,
girl.
so her name is
peek.
Adi Davo, but it's the Flip Chef. When I
All
say
right, so that's one.
Obsessed.
Okay, who's
And
the second?
Oh, I found her.
listen to her
Oh my
videos,
God.
just the way she. Oh my God!
Oh, she's
madly,
so cute.
I am madly, deeply gone.
I love it for you.
She is beautiful, Erinn.
And she's like, I've messaged her and she's responded. I mean,
Ooh.
but I think
even
she,
better. I'm following.
I think she's
Follow.
in the Philippines right now, or she might be in Canada.
It's
I'm
a
not
plane
sure.
ride away. All right, who's your second person?
All right, don't make fun of me, but I was a huge Fast and Furious person. Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah, she's hot. I love her. Very good choice, Erinn.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about this. This is a judgment-free zone.
I thought you guys were going to judge me.
No.
Michelle Rodriguez is hot.
Even though we make fun of each other all the time, there's no judgment on that. Don't worry.
I literally.
Don't worry.
Those are
It's all good.
excellent choices, ladies. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
What would you rather get? Well, this is probably not how I should have asked that question. I'm gonna skip it because now that gives it away. Next question. Friends with benefits for life or a monogamous relationship?
Monogamous. I'm sorry. I don't even have to think. I am a true romantic. I want my soulmate, partner for life, best friend, fuck buddy, all in one. Rest of my life.
Yeah.
Sharon?
I'm terrified of it, so I'm avoiding it.
I'm a serial monogamist. I will always be a serial monogamist, and I am this hopeless romantic as well. So
I am also a hopeless or helpless romantic. Even though I may seem like a playa or some other tawdry word, I really am. I love being in relationships.
Oh, I like that, Tawdry.
Yeah, I watched
Désirée.
I know. I'm sorry. It's Bridgerton. I was on like a Bridgerton call today. I know that sounds crazy, where they like debuted episode 5 and they had like all these interviews. So I watched all that stuff. So I got to watch it. So that's in my mind. Okay. Anyway, I also would choose monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Serious question. How do you define intimacy?
Holy crap. That's a hard one.
Listen, I'm becoming a journalist here.
You are doing really well. Erinn, you want to go first?
I
Okay.
have an overreactive nervous system, and if my nervous system is subtle around you, you'll have me for life.
Mm.
Oh, so no, but like they don't push any buttons. Your
Not
nervous
even
system is
not
like
pushing
calm.
buttons, but like
Is it a
I can't
safety? You
explain it,
feel
but
safe? You
I
feel
literally feel
calm,
like
comfortable?
I really feel like an exposed nerve all the time.
Mhm.
And I'm consistently like my mind's racing. I'm worried about how I'm being perceived. I'm
Mm.
really sensitive to other people's emotions. So I can tell almost immediately if I say something and there's a reaction. And then I can't stop thinking about why did you have that reaction? Like,
Mm.
so when that settles, I'm like, who is this person and why?
Mm,
I love that. What about you, Sharon?
that's a really good one. So you said, Desiree, you said safety. I think that's a big, big thing for me from intimacy. I think it's also for what I think of intimacy is somebody that I feel completely comfortable to be myself with.
Mhm.
Like I can be stupid and goofy and weird, and I can still be physical with the person as
Mhm.
well. And I
Yes.
think that to me is like is that kind of intimacy because I have a lot of really good friends
Yes.
like you,
Yeah.
but we would never date, right? Right?
Even
But
though my
so
dad
that
is trying.
I know he's trying so
He
hard.
is
So
trying.
we're like close when it comes to like that friendship piece,
Yeah.
but that intimacy, I don't know what you want to call it, but
It
that
extends beyond you.
that
Yeah.
step, yeah, beyond that,
Yeah.
wow. And that
Yeah.
like you've got to get me in a really safe place, like Erinn said, like something so safe that I feel so safe with you that then I can
Put
do
the guard
do
down.
the physical things with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why it's been so hard for me to. I like it's hard for me just to have a one night stand. I've had a
Mhm.
couple, but it's so difficult for me to do.
Yeah.
Good.
So hard.
That's good.
And the
I would
crazy thing
say
is, I feel like you're not considered gay if you're not doing that, right? If you're not,
What?
I
Who
feel
said that
like,
to
I
I
don't
don't
you?
know,
think
maybe it's
that's
my own misconception. I don't know, but I
yeah.
feel like that is like when people are asking me, they want to hear like all these stories, and I'm like, dude, I'm boring. Like,
No.
I
You don't have to have a
You
million
do not
stories.
have to do that.
No.
I mean, look at me and Desiree, right? Like we're complete opposites, and I am totally okay with it. Like I have not slept with that many women, and that's okay because that's what makes me feel comfortable and safe.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. Where Desiree's just a different
I
person, and
have
she can
slept
do
with
that.
lots of women
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still okay. Yeah.
We're still both lesbians.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. I think for me, intimacy is when I can enjoy just mundane things with somebody. Like,
Mhm.
do I want to hear about your day to day, like what you did today at work, who you talk to, what office drama you have? Like, if I can withstand those types of conversations, then I'm like, I really like this person.
That's actually
Aww.
good. That's
That's a good one. I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
it's doesn't it all come down to the day to day? I think that's why
Yeah.
we're all
Mhm.
hopeless romantics in the first place.
You're
Yeah.
right.
There's the sex
It is what
part. I
it is,
mean,
Jay.
yeah, you're going to get that and the kissing and everything. But like when you peel all of that away, what still feels intimate? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I had a fucked up day at work. Who's the first person I want to call and talk about this?
Mm.
I love
Or,
that.
she had a bad day or something crazy has been happening. I want to check on her and see how that day was. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on? Like, that's
I love
super intimate.
that.
Thank
This
you.
is the first person. It's the first person you want to talk
Oh,
to.
this
Hmm.
question
That is
really
so
helped.
nice.
This
That's
Hmm.
actually
really good.
made me think about a situation I'm in. So this is actually really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do one more.
Okay. Oh, I love
Okay.
these,
You're not so
Desiree. We
bad,
need to do
Des.
more of these.
I
This
like
is great, Des. This
good.
Thank
is really
you.
good, Desiree.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got so many good ones. And then that also allows me to get closer into the mic.
Oh yeah, we have to get
I'm
like our
trying to think
bedroom
of our
voices on,
sexy
right?
voices. All right. Okay. What is the first thing that attract like physical thing that attracts you to a woman, and what is one of the first things that people say they were physically attracted to about you? Sharon's mind is like, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Can I start? Because I think
Yes, you may.
okay. I am super attracted to like the abs and midsection of a woman.
Mm.
Like if they have like some like strong like abs, like I'm all into athletic girls, right? So like that whole, oh my god,
Oh, the
floors
core.
me every time. The
Yeah.
core, yeah, total
Mhm.
core. So that's my thing. And then okay, you guys will laugh because it's kind of true. What people love about me is my laugh. That's what
Oh,
attracts them
you
to me is
do
my
have a
laugh.
good laugh. You do.
So, oh,
Yes.
thank you. So, like to me, that like I literally will be in like a really crowded restaurant. Like that's how I bumped into Karina.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a crowded restaurant. I start laughing. She's like, I know that laugh. I haven't heard it in 10 years. And she comes over to the table. She's like, Sharon. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in 10 years. She's like, I heard your laugh. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's hilarious.
Really?
I love that.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so my
great.
laugh. And
Laugh.
I own that
Laughing
shit.
abs.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Laughing
You
abs.
should.
Yeah.
It's a great laugh.
Yes, thank you.
All right. What about you, Erinn?
Hmm. Right now, I'm attracted to so many different types, but a combo of the androgynous look,
Mm-hmm.
where um, I I call them, I don't even know what the term is, but I call them soft studs. Um,
Yes.
did I make that up? Is that a thing?
No, that's
No,
the
no,
thing.
it's a total thing. Total
That
Yeah.
thing. You got
that's
that.
I that look mixed with like a racial ambiguity. Like if I can't, it's like this mystery. Like this
Oh.
androgynous look mixed with like a mystery. I literally saw like the woman in my dreams at one of these events. I took a picture because I was like, I
You'll put on your dream board.
I'm
Vision
gonna
board.
manifest this.
Yes.
I she's literally the most attractive person I've ever seen in person.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
whew, yeah. And I love like when they wear like the either a shirt or a jacket with nothing underneath, so you just see the
Yes.
middle of like the boob, but
Mm.
you're like, could you just move a little? Like,
That's awesome. Yes.
I
um,
love it. And then
I
what's somebody attracted to about you? Like what's one thing
I
that they
always
said?
feel like it's my energy. Like people
Mm.
always will say my energy is like really warm, welcoming, and or healing. So I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like that kind of
Mm.
brings people in. And then my winning personality keeps them there, I
Yeah.
guess. That was that a little Des coming
I think so. I love
through?
that. Look at
Ooh.
you.
She's just rubbing off on everybody. It's kind
He
of
Look,
cool.
is.
I'm so proud. I am so proud right now. So proud. Oh my
All
gosh.
right, Desiree.
Okay. So what I have been told that people are typically most attracted to is two things for me. And I know everybody only said one, but since I asked the question, I'm gonna say two. Is my mouth and my eyes.
Mm.
I get that. And the thing that I look at and first on a person or like what attracts me is actually eyes or their mouth. Like I look at that.
Oh,
It's a teeth thing for me also. Like what do your teeth look like? Because everybody knows my
She
dad's dentist.
dentist.
Yes,
Right.
you and Beth.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like that's that is so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that'd be a fun study. Like children of dentists
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
is like
Oh,
one of the
gotta be a
first things you
thing.
look at is people's teeth.
Yep,
Mhm.
people's teeth.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm
Oh my
sure. I'm
gosh.
sure.
I'll tell you that is a turn like that like bad teeth like good.
Don't ever go to London and like,
I'm
like all the
going in
like bad
July, but
English
I'm not
teeth.
looking. I'm
I
not
should
going to
have
look at
known.
anybody.
Like even on my first date with my ex, his when I say his mouth is jacked up, I remember I told my sister-in-law, I was like, I for me a smile like
Yeah.
it's something about when someone smiles and their whole face lights up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how am I supposed to look at these teeth the rest of absolutely not. I was like, no. He was like that. He was like, you were so shallow. I was like, ma'am, you didn't see what
No,
I saw.
no,
And
it's not shallow.
she was like, we were never gonna get you married if that, like his teeth. I was like,
My thing is like for adults, should have perfect teeth.
You can
You
fix
have
it.
money now, you
Fix
have
it.
health insurance, dental insurance. Get your teeth fixed. Like I am a sucker for a woman with glasses and braces. If you are over 40 and glasses and braces,
What
holla at your
kind of
girl. I
what is
love
that?
it.
Is that a
I
geek?
love it.
Is that a geek kink? Like, what is that?
I don't know. It's just so, it says I can see and I care about myself.
That's like really important in your 40s because you can see.
Somebody's got to be able to read a menu.
That's really
Somebody
important.
has to be able to read menus and signs. And you're
But
telling me
when
you're,
you
you're
want
worried about your
someone,
health.
but when you want somebody without glasses, because what happens is, like, without the glasses, she can't help you.
Listen, if you're over 40, you have glasses. You need
That's
them to read no matter what. I don't care. I had LASIK when I was 26, but it was maybe 3 or 4 months after I turned 40. I was like, I'm like this. Like, I cannot read this. What is that? What does that say? So I had to go
Desiree,
get progressives.
I just went to the eye doctor and I don't need reading glasses yet. Oh, what the F?
Andrew, hang up on Sharon
That's
right
what we're
now.
doing. Sharon, I literally just told you to behave. What is happening? Are you really trying not to hang with us? What are you doing?
I know. See, I cheat on Desiree already, and
Making
now
new
I don't need
friends.
glasses. She's gonna disown me. She's gonna be like, "Girl, get the F out."
This is going to become a different what podcast with just me and Erinn.
Just
Progressives.
y'all just do this once we get off, because I
I
don't want to see the violence. I don't want to see
the
it.
mommies we're having a fight. The mommies are
Right.
having a fight. Don't look.
I am so angry right now.
Not the fist.
We're so angry.
Oh my God.
Desiree, that was so much fun.
This
Let's
was
do more of those
amazing.
next time.
Yes.
That's great.
Erinn, thank you so much for allowing Sharon and I to be virgins again by you being our first guest. So thank you.
Erinn,
Thank you
you
so
are
much.
first. You now can tell everybody your other first stories. The
Yes.
first of this, which is great.
So excited.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And your story is so powerful, and I am so grateful that you felt comfortable coming on to this podcast and telling us and being here with us in this safe space and laughing with us and telling us hard things.
Yeah.
Because, girl, you did hard things and you survived, and it's amazing.
I'm proud of
It's
you.
amazing. Yeah, so proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Yeah.
So proud
Thank
of
you so much. Erinn, anything you want to say to your new fans? Because I'm sure by the time they've reached this part of the podcast, they're all in love with you. Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Single. Ready to mingle.
On the mean streets of Pittsburgh.
And y'all know her type now, too.
Come save me. Come save me.
Y'all know her type. So we just got to find that type. Ambiguous, mask, stud. Oh my God.
Soft.
Nice teeth.
Soft stud. Nice
With
teeth.
nice teeth. Nice smile.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure they're out there. Yeah. Well, Erinn, again, thank you so much. So much fun. Absolutely love talking to you. And it's amazing how, like, we've known each other for this long, but yet I still learn from you. You've told me, like, you've learned so many new things. So I'm just really grateful for this. So thank you so much. Sharon, thank you for, as always, being just the best you. I love you so much.
As always. Oh my God, I had so much fun. This was
this is great.
This was an amazing episode. And thank you so much to both of you. It was great.
It was. So everybody, you can follow us at The Other What on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube now. So hopefully you're watching our videos, because I think the podcast is more fun when you watch us, because Sharon's facial expressions to shit that I say, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. And now
the shit that Erinn says, like that honey thing, I'm going to be thinking about that.
Yes.
For the next 2 weeks. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for joining us on the Other What podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Love y'all. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Other What podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. It really helps us grow. This episode was hosted by Sharon and Désirée Jamerson, and produced by Andrew Marconi. We'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Instagram at The Other What and tell us your show ideas, comments, and suggestions. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, all of the podcasting platforms, and our website, theotherwhat.com, where you can listen to all our episodes, check out show notes, and shop for merch that supports the show. The Other What is proudly brought to you by 559 Labs. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to The Other What podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. It really helps us grow. This episode was hosted by Sharon and Désirée Jamerson, and produced by Andrew Marconi. We'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Instagram at The Other What and tell us your show ideas, comments, and suggestions. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, all of the podcasting platforms, and our website, theotherwhat.com, where you can listen to all our episodes, check out show notes, and shop for merch that supports the show. The Other What is proudly brought to you by 559 Labs. We'll see you next time.